I can't trust that because it's too conservative. How about getting some from both, reading it, and figuring out what the which information in both articles are actually the same, and then going from there. I mean, that's the logical way to do it. Listen to both, figure out what's similar in both news sources, and then go from there. As opposed to saying, well, I can't listen to that because it's too liberal, or I can't listen to that because it's too conservative, because you're missing something. So that would be one way to at least try to get some sort of accurate information. Other than that, I mean, it's either that or you stick your head in the sand. And we have a lot of people doing that, unfortunately, these days.
I wish more people would, as opposed to, well, I read this. Well, it's a fucking blog site. It's not fact. So you might as well just discount
well,
it.
you don't know. Just because somebody read somebody that... You can't say that, well, I read this, and then assume that it's a blog.
Oh, no, but if they can't cite the source, if they're like, well, I read that 46% of Americans like Trump, where's the...
That's still less than 50.
Oh, no, but I'm saying, but where's the...
Right.
Where's the fact?
That's one of
what
those
are you
things
basing
that
it
when
off
you
of?
start actually trying to make claims and stuff like that, always have accurate facts. Don't have facts from one news source. Find facts from several news sources, correlate them so that you have several different opinions that lead to the same conclusion.
In the words of Stifler from American Pie, that sounds like a lot of fucking work.
Well, it is, but that's the only way we're going to get people to pay attention. Okay. Now, apparently, Betsy DeVos asked Twitter a question.
Oh, great.
And apparently it did not go well.
I was going to say, did she at least punctuate it grammatically?
She or someone tweeting on her behalf took to Twitter on her first day at work to ask a simple question. Let's see if I can figure. Day one on the job is done, but we're only getting started. Now where do I find the pencils? And she got lots of responses.
I'm guessing
Betsy
up
DeVos.
What is
What
that?
the hell? Yeah, what
Shut
the
fuck?
That was a video that popped up on our screen.
Sorry.
So the first one was Betsy DeVos. If you work in education, you buy the pencils, the paper, and sometimes a kid's shoes. Spend a week in school and get a clue. At Betsy DeVos, you realize how not funny this is, since most teachers buy their own supplies. But I bet you're going to pink slip them anyway. At Betsy DeVos, at the store, something you should know. We teachers buy pencils and supplies for our class with our own money.
That's ridiculous, by the way.
Yeah, it is. You came to and did work with no pencil. That's a materials infraction in many classrooms. Or perhaps you were unaware of this. Betsy DeVos, I hope the one you find has a good eraser. I have a feeling you're going to be making lots of mistakes. Betsy DeVos, you gave the GOP $200 million and not one of them would help you find supplies. At Betsy DeVos, in one of the thousands of public schools you're about to destroy. It's just sad that we've come to this type of just communication where we're having to discuss this online as opposed to in person. Crappy. But that's just me. You gonna say anything?
Yeah, but it's probably going to be hateful, so I was actually trying to weigh my words. Saying, it kind of behooves the current political climate to try to kill education and keep everybody stupid so they'll continue to vote against their best interest.
Yeah, well, I mean,
it's really irritating. What is it, Kentucky or whatever the fuck the poorest city in the country that voted for Trump? Oh, he's going to make America great again. What's he going to do for you? Is he going to fucking fix your flat tires? Is he going to put food on your table? Is he going to buy your cigarettes, pay for your child care? What's he going to do to make America great for you again?
Well, like I said earlier, the president cannot make America great again. The people of America need to make
No,
America
I
great again.
totally get that, but the people that don't get that fact, they
Well,
voted for him thinking that one person
okay,
can
well-
actually do it? Really?
Well, no. It doesn't matter whether they think they're not. There's people that you're never going to be able to reach no matter what you do.
Oh, I get that.
Okay. So trying to get them to understand that they voted against their best interest, that the person they put in office is going to just screw them over, is totally irrelevant at this point. Okay. It's done. It's a done deal. It's passed. Those people are not going to understand the idea that they've been taken as a con until bad shit happens. And we have a caller.
Oh, thank God.
Hello?
Hey, sexy. Hey, Carolyn.
That's such a nice greeting. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Do I need to step out of this for now so you guys
Hey,
can...
I'm thinking so.
Thanks for calling
You're
in,
fine.
Carolyn. We're actually talking about how to try to change the status quo by trying to give up those that obviously will never listen and try to focus on how to reach those that might. Do you have any ideas on
Kara,
that?
I heard you talking about. I heard Kara just talking about. Did you guys see that video? When did I share? It was an older one from October. She was just talking about it. That county that was in West Virginia. It's the
Oh, that
it
was
came out
so
as having.
appalling, yeah.
It had the highest percentage of voters go to Trump in the primaries. It was like 90, maybe almost 92% or something
I think it was 92.
of them voted
yeah.
for Trump. Yeah, and it's a coal miner county.
Yeah, and they're about to lose their
and-
black lung coverage with the ACA when it
Right.
gets voted out.
God, it was so depressing to watch the video. But and the point I had made before I shared it was that those people don't feel like, and they don't see how they're voting against their best interest, because it's almost like they're not, because they've been neglected and been suffering under, no matter who's present and no matter who's in charge, they've been hurting,
Right.
So to them, like, it's not going to get worse than this. I'm already collecting cans to pay for food. So
Right, yeah,
they-
it can't go.
don't
The
see
only
it.
way we can go is up at this point.
I think I actually
Then,
shared
yeah.
it off your wall, to be honest.
Yeah, Kara, you did. Oh, yeah.
Aw.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the things that people
So-
don't seem to understand is people in this election cycle, people voted because they are very disenfranchised. And it's not just the Republican
Yeah.
side that's doing it; it's also the Democrats. Okay, the Democrats didn't listen to
Yeah.
the people just as well as the Republicans didn't listen to the people, and everybody was screaming, "We're tired of establishment. We want something different," and everybody tried to ram establishment down everybody's throats. And now where we're at now? That's the result.
I know.
And although
And now
I'll
we-
blame Kara for that, but because she's responsible for global warming and all this other stuff. But I mean, just in general, people are tired of politics as usual. And when they had two candidates that were not politics as usual, Bernie Sanders and Donald Trump, Bernie didn't make it through the primary because of the establishment.
Oh, socialism's bad, yeah.
No, they wanted Hillary. The establishment wanted Hillary, regardless. They've been working on that for 6 years.
Right?
They didn't want it any other way. So they made sure that it wasn't going to happen any other way. And they put an establishment candidate against a non-establishment Republican in a climate where nobody wanted establishment candidates. What was the result? President Trump.
I think so many people were so deluded to think that, oh, our first woman president. I mean, I think people were really in that box where they thought that.
I don't.
You don't think
honestly,
so?
No, I think.
Well, we
it
had
was,
our first black president.
No,
Don't
I
you
think it
oh,
was.
we're gonna
I
have our
think it
first-
was more in this election cycle. I think it was more about establishment versus non-establishment, and that's how we ended up with President Trump. Is because between the two, she represented the status quo, and he represented something that
Exactly.
nobody exactly, not even God knows what he's doing. So that's what we
Right.
got.
What do you think, Carolyn?
I think you're both right. I'm just like nodding, like yeah, that's how it happened. You
I'm
know,
trying
I
to
think,
beat my
and
head
it's
against
crazy
this
'cause, like,
microphone.
Well, just remember, we
It's-
can't see you nodding on the radio. So
I can
Right,
visualize
right.
it though, and it's
I have-
very sexy.
I don't know how. I was just thinking that like if Hillary did win and like see right now everyone's freaking out every day it's something there's more bullshittery hitting the news and people are flipping out and I'm thinking I wonder if she won like even if she was doing things that weren't in our best interest like because naturally she eventually would have they'd probably just be every day be like, yeah, first woman president doing this. Yeah, first woman president. I feel like it'd be so different. And then, like, people would still not be caring, pay attention. And okay, thank you. My daughter's trying to feed me.
Awesome.
But it, so, I don't know. It's funny because he is the anti-establishment, and so they're going after him more critically. But at the same time, they're okay with using him and
Right,
getting
yeah.
all this shit through.
well, yeah, because they're trying to get their agenda done, and they know that he's going to buy
Yeah,
off. of it.
under his name, like they're gonna let him. You know, even though they're just playing, I feel like they're just playing him, and then like letting him take all the great credit for these horrible things. And then, but it's really them just getting what they want.
Well, yeah, because if they can in the future all of a sudden figure out, okay, we're in deep shit because of what we just did, they could blame it on him. Well, you
Yeah,
know,
it'd be like, oh my
it's
God,
what
Trump,
it's what the
you're so
president
horrible.
wanted, you know, versus
Yeah.
we were pushing this shit up to the president and he signed it. It's well, that's what he wanted, so we went
Yeah.
along with it to try to keep their jobs. I think we should just get rid of them all. Just start over.
Oh, I could be
Well-
all for that.
Yeah.
You know.
I haven't agreed
You're
with
supposed to
everything
drain the swamp,
Obama's
you guys.
done, but shit. I'd rather have him again than
Mm.
Trump for 4 years or Hillary for 4 years.
Mhm.
But it doesn't defeat the idea that what a wonderful 4 years it would be with Bernie.
I miss Bernie, and I keep
Well,
seeing posts that he's going to come back in 2020.
2020.
It's like, please live. Because we
You know,
fucking need
he-
you.
He hasn't said no about a 2020 run, but I think they're probably gonna see what they'll probably try to consider somebody like him before they, you know.
I think
he
they're
goes
trying to
to
get
Well,
Biden.
if they
Elizabeth
learn
Warren.
if they learn their lesson, they will.
Well, there's a lot of
Well,
talk out
not
there
the
about
establishment.
Elizabeth
I think
Warren.
like the Bernie side. I think the Bernie, you know, I think people who have supported Bernie, but they're gonna try to. If Bernie won't do it, they'll. I'm sure there's gonna be somebody that will run with a similar, you know, platform, and because I don't know what's gonna happen with this DNC race. It's looking like Perez is leading. When are they doing having their election? There were
Oh,
like
I
14
couldn't
candidates.
tell
I
you.
was like losing track of what was going on over there.
Yeah, I think they had the big town hall meeting thing here with the candidates in Phoenix, and we didn't go to it. We were doing something else, probably like getting drunk or something. But because
Pretty much
that seems to
anything,
be the
washing your
thing.
hair.
That seems to be the thing. Well, I don't have that much hair, so I can't really do that. But that seems to be the thing to do these days. But I think overall, even regardless of who becomes the next DNC chair, I think that I would hope, I should say, the Democratic Party will take a really good look of what happened in 2016 and realize just how ineffective their strategy for 2016 was, and that they will change. I can't guarantee that. I can only
Yeah.
hope for it. You know.
Especially since
yeah,
the majority
I
of them
mean-
probably wanted the establishment candidate.
Well, regardless, I'm hoping that they figure out
Yeah.
that people are tired of politics as usual. People are voting against the establishment, regardless.